Hello friends, welcome in the first video of 3.5 drafting a virtual message. Friends, communication is an integral part of human nature. Communication means to speak with each other, and it is an integral part, it is significant important part of human nature. Why it is integral part of human nature? Because exchange of ideas, then thoughts and information from one person to another is called as communication. Communication means exchange of ideas, thoughts or information from one person to another person. It is as the most intelligent animal on the planet, on this particular planet, which is the intelligent animal. Yes, human beings are most intelligent animal on the planet. Humans have derived different communication processes to express and understand each other. Human beings are different, or human beings are different intelligent animal on the planet, and that's why we have different communication processes to express and understand each other. So communication is the key to build relationships. Communication is key to build a relationship, and nowadays here, before the advent of oral communication, now we have different forms of communication, and before the advent of oral communication we have different forms of communication. That is, non-verbal methods were used, and in a non-verbal methods, for example, we have gestures, we have to speak with the help of our gesture, then facial expressions and movements. With the help of movements, facial expression, gestures, body language, human beings speak to each other. On broader terms now, communication can be in various forms. In modern technology, communication can be in the various forms. See here, we have three types of communication, that is oral communication, written communication and new. This is the modern way of communication, that is virtual communication. Now what is mean by oral communication? Now here when people they speak with each other, or when they communicate with each other orally, that is oral communication, or we can call it as a conversation also. Then written communication, we can call it as a dialogue. In the form of a dialogue we have written communication, and nowadays we have virtual communication. So friends, today we will learn more about virtual communication definition and explore why it has become one of the most popular ways of communication. In addition, we give a sneak preview of some of the best virtual communication tools used across the world in this particular text, that is 3.5 drafting a virtual message. Now students, if you have textbook with you, in icebreakers activities we have given some activities. I am going to read the first activities from page number 159. This text, this topic is from the third section, written communication writing skill 3.5 drafting a virtual message, and I am going to read icebreakers activities from the text, page number 159. First activity is given. Given below is a two-way communication cycle or the process of communication. Now in icebreakers activities you have given two-way process, two-way communication cycle or the process of communication. See, communication is the two-way process, and here in this particular diagram we have given diagram of that particular process. activity is given. Can you guess the role of the sender and receiver in this process? Now, what is the role of sender? Sender means a person who gives the message, and what is the role of a receiver in that particular process? Now, what is the sender's role? Sender's role is that he has to give the message. And what is the receiver's role? Receiver has to accept that particular, receive that particular message. He has to think over that message, and he has to give response to that particular message. So here we have encoding and decoding of the message. See, message, then decoding, then here we have receiver, and our receiver, he think over that particular message and he encodes that message. He gives a response to that particular message. Next activity, people send messages to others for different purpose. Mention at least 5 purposes or reasons for which messages are generally sent. Now, friends, it is very common nowadays. We are very busy in sending and receiving messages. So, here you have, in this activity, you have to tell what are the different purposes to send messages. For example, if we have marriage ceremony in our house, then we send invitation messages to our relatives. Then if we want to wish somebody, maybe for birthday, anniversary, then we send messages to our friends or relatives. Then if something bad happens in the family, then we have to send the letter of condolences or the letter of various types of letters or various types of messages to those people, to those families. Next, given below is a diagram explaining 2 major types of messages. Now, in the next activity, you have given one tree diagram, and that tree diagram explains 2 major types of messages. And types of messages are informal messages and formal messages. Complete the blank boxes in the diagram, and one is done for you. Example is given to you. Specimen is given to you. Informal written for parents, or formal message written for principal. Now you have to tell other such examples of formal messages and informal messages. Now, informal messages, when we send message to our friends, relatives, that can be informal messages. And formal messages, if you have to send messages to your teachers or principal, then your boss, these messages are called as formal messages. So we have formal and informal messages. So student, this is all about introductory part of the topic 3.5, drafting a virtual message. And in the next video, we will learn what is message, or what are the types of the messages, what is virtual communication, and what are the types of virtual messages we will study, we will discuss in the next video.